Make sure we live. Tune in. Looking a little choppy. Looking a little choppy. Hold on. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Brother Omar, assalamu alaikum. Not liking the way it's looking. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear you, brother? Inshallah, hopefully as we go forth, the video's looking a little better. Hold on one second. Assalamu alaikum. We back. It's your brother Malcolm Flex TV, man. How y'all doing, family? We back in the building. And as some of you may know, that they had your brother blocked. I don't know why the visual is looking choppy, man. On my other video, it looked good. Yeah, so for all you who don't know, your brother was put on timeout for a whole week. Okay, I got people flagging my videos, man. They coming after your brother's YouTube channel. They're coming after my content, man. You know, your brother just pushing truth. And if you want to, you can go and check out my last video at Malcolm Flex TV 2.0. And I'm pointing out some of YouTube's double standards, man. You know, that you attack my content, but you got white nationalists with AK-47s in the background threatening the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Peace to you, brother Josh Mason. That's my brother right there. All praises is due to Allah. But we are back on deck, not understanding why the camera is looking so choppy, man. I'm not feeling that. Hold on one second. Just trying to make sure the audio, the visual is right. Because on my last video, the visual was pretty good, man. I'm not sure why I got that choppy look like that. But yeah, anyway, as I go in, you know, I wanted to state, man, that we have to ignore these pay-per-view pimps. We got to ignore these pay-per-view pimps, okay? Because many of them are doing what they're doing just for views and subscriptions, man, and likes. They are using the name of members in the Nation of Islam to build up their platforms. Peace, Brother Ralph Ferguson. I'm not sure why the visual is looking like this. I'm not feeling that. Because I got a good camera, but I don't know why it's coming out that way. But yeah. So we have brothers and sisters in the community who is using the Nation of Islam and its members as a come up. Because we are what we are doing, walaikum salam, brother Taurus. What we are doing is we are bringing up topics and subject matter that is irrelevant to human condition. And this is why we need to stay focused on the mission. This is why we need to stay focused on the mission, because many people that we call brothers and sisters are trying to cause a nuisance on our posts. Okay, they are trying to take us off our posts with a gang of foolishness. Stuff that don't even make sense. You know, how is it talking about the tribe of Shabazz is going to help us pay our bills? How is continuously talking about the demise of Nipsey Hussle going to pay your rent? You know what I'm saying? How is talking about Malcolm X going to put food on your table if you're a viewer watching all of this rhetoric? See, some of this stuff is feeding some of these black YouTube content creators. But that's all it's doing. It's not doing anything to help the listener, the viewer, change their situation and upgrade their lives, better their lives, change their condition. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Nation of Islam is so important. That's why the nation is so important, because we speak to the suffering and the ills of our people. See, and that's why people have a problem with the Nation of Islam. See, they're more interested in filling up their pockets. They're more interested in a YouTube chat instead of a spirit chat, checking one another's spirit and make sure that we are right, family. And we are turning the so-called conscious community into an all-out Royal Rumble like WWE. See, we treating this like this is a rap beef. We wanna have a beef with this one, a beef with that one. I got an issue with this one, issue with that one. Everybody egos want to allow us to unite and do something good for our people. See, it looks like the audio is getting better. Looks like the audio is getting better. You know what I mean? So we are like the gang members on the street. Some of them, not all of them. To where we are afraid to do something to the mayonnaise man, go to his community, tear his community up out of fear that we might go to prison, we might get killed. So because we are afraid of the mayonnaise man, we are taking our pain and our anger out on one another. And these people in this so-called conscious community is doing the same thing that these gang members are doing. We are afraid to take our pain and our suffering out on the real enemy, out on the mayonnaise man, and we take it out on our own brothers and sisters so we don't get violated and flagged for violating the YouTube community guidelines. So we make claims from pro-blackness and consciousness to pro-righteous. I love everybody. I don't want to offend the mayonnaise man. We are afraid to offend the real enemy because he can remove us off of his platform at any given moment. See, and these are the people whose channels are not getting flagged, who are not getting strikes, and who are not getting their channels terminated. These are these people who are afraid to speak up for truth, even on the Mayonnaise Man platform. And you had one brother in his video, I won't say his name, see? And I'm going to stop saying these dudes' names. Why? Because that's the type, this is the time that we are living in. That all I need you to do is just say my name on your platform so I can get your followers and subscribers to come visit my platform. See? And I win. So we're going to stop giving these people our platform. They can use our names in the titles, whatever, because they're giving us a platform. You know what I'm saying? They're giving us a platform now. You know? So we're going to allow them to continue to throw shade because every knock is a boost. And we want people to come and visit Malcolm Flex TV, Reza Islam, Brother Ben X, Dr. Wesley, Minister Louis Farrakhan, etc., etc. You know, so keep on knocking the nation. We want people to come to us. That's you doing it, you playing right into our hands. So you got brothers making videos about your little brother, Malcolm Flex TV, saying I was crying because my channel was demonetized. Man, I don't care about that. I have been trying to make a point on my platform that they were going to come for all of our channels and platforms who's speaking the truth. I have been made that clear and been trying to make that point and leading by example and showing the actual receipts, of what they was going to do. And from the video, The Age of Information, The Battle in the Sky, they did exactly what I said they were going to do. So it ain't, you know, about me crying. I knew what was going to happen. Now, do I think it was fair? Of course not. Do I feel that it was unjust? Of course. When I saw the videos and why they did what they did, yeah, of course I thought it was unfair. But what I want to say to the brothers and sisters is to remain focused. Because especially if you are FOI, because our sole purpose is to help the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan deliver the 17 million more to the Lamb of God, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, that's our sole purpose, is going after our people. See? And we do get caught up because we know that there are individuals who are in our community and they are trying to sever the relationship between the members of the Nation of Islam and the community because they know that we have the keys to the streets. So what they intend to do, knowingly or unknowingly, is trying to cast doubt and suspicion in the minds and hearts of our people so we can't go among our people trying to save them. Think about it. And it's wicked, whether they know it or don't know it, that you would intentionally sow the seeds of dissension by casting doubt and suspicion like a sleeking devil whispering in the hearts of men, casting firm solutions. See, they create false problems and narratives, and pretend to have the right solution on how to deal with the Nation of Islam. So they create the problem just like the enemy does, and already has a solution in place on how to handle the Nation of Islam. So they say we are anti-African. We are controlled opposition. We killed everybody. We killed this one. We killed that one. We was there when this one got killed. We were there when that one got killed. See? In order to turn your mind upside down and inside out, in order and program you to the point where you see a brother hold on. Just know, are we still live? Let me know if we still live. I think we still live. Hold on, family. Can y'all see me? Okay, it looked like we still live, but I'm computer tripping. All right, I see that we are live, but I'm trying to see where my Hangouts go. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, computer tripping, y'all. But yeah. So they create all these different narratives that has nothing to do with nothing. At the end of the day, all is vanity. At the end of the day, all is vanity. It's all to build one own self-esteem, one own platform. It's all rooted in making a few dollars. People will sell out their own people. They'll sell out their own salvation just to get a little attention, because they know with the more attention you get, the more money you can possibly make. That's why it's called pay-per-view. Pay-per-view. That's what it's about. What else can motivate individuals to wake up every day, okay, and talk about a person or a group of people for hours? For hours. If you're not getting paid to do what you're doing. If you ain't getting paid for it, I can't spend hours throughout the day live streaming about a person or a group of people for hours if I'm not getting nothing out of it, unless I'm refuting certain claims. Because in Islam we are taught to never be the aggressor. So we don't just go out finding people to attack or none of that. We don't believe in that. That isn't our way. And we hate to have to even get into these type of discourses with our people, because we love our people. We love Black people. And many individuals who don't have the same hearts that we have, don't have the same mind, the same training that we have, they take advantage of it. They don't appreciate it. Although they know the brothers insincere, because what else, what other program could transform the lives of Black men and women and Mexican Native American, Asian, change and transform our lives to where we sacrifice our own lives, okay, to help out other brothers and sisters. See, that's the greatest sacrifice and the act of selflessness that one can do. Think about that. See, we not out here trying to rob and steal from our people. We are cleaned up people. We don't drink. We definitely don't smoke. Okay, we don't rob, steal, kill, none of that. See, so how can you call us and consider us no good and low lives? How could you call us no good low lives when we are here to try to save your life? That's why we are here. So Malcolm Flex TV is back. I had to clean up my own YouTube channel and move some videos and get rid of certain videos that might be incendiary. So my channel can't get removed or terminated because we have people outside of our community that views the words that we are saying as a threat. We not even trying, just speaking the truth, we are a threat to national security just by speaking the truth. We're not here to harm anybody. We are just here to wake our people up to the knowledge of self. Because the knowledge of self is the knowledge of God. And when you wake up to who you are, then you will be ready to unite because our unity is more powerful than an atomic bomb. Peace to the chat room, all the brothers and sisters that's just making it in. So now we have to get to the stage to where we have to ignore the foolishness that's coming from people that look like us. It's okay to listen and keep our ears to the streets. That's beautiful. But it's time for us to stop giving these individuals a platform. See, we got to stop giving them a platform on our platform. You know, because I'm noticing there are many of them that are coming our way. We just got to be patient. We just got to be patient. I listen to some of these characters, and they don't even respect their subscribers and their viewers and their callers who call into their shows. They don't respect them. They disrespect the people that follow them. They don't love you. I'm sitting there bearing witness. And the same people that you are getting your information from will not meet with us. They will not have a civil discourse and conversation with your brothers in the Nation of Islam to us and to our faces. But they have a whole lot to say about us over the internet. And I mean, it's getting stupid. It's getting stupid, man. I'm talking about you got one character talking about free Eric Holder. I'm not gonna say his name. He's on Instagram saying free Eric Holder, and the person that killed Eric Holder was a Eric Holder clone. This Eric Holder clone framed the real Eric Holder, and the real Eric Holder is locked up while the clone is still walking the streets. See, this is the type of foolishness that I'm talking about. How do we entertain something like that? How do we entertain something like that? You know, I mean, people are just creating they're creating lies wholesale. They're creating lies wholesale. family. They just making up stuff and knowingly putting members in the Nation of Islam at risk. They are putting members in the Nation of Islam at risk. I'm seeing in the chat room about one of our brothers, one of these I'm not even gonna say it, man. I'm not even gonna repeat it on this platform. I mean, I got the receipt, but I ain't even gonna repeat it because I don't wanna incite anything in you. I don't want to incite anything in none of my viewers and subscribers. But I mean, it's some wicked things that are being said about the Nation of Islam. Wicked. Not truthful, not honest, not sincere. Some wicked stuff is being said about the nation, man. And we have to mature up. We gotta grow up, and we gotta rise out of emotions into the thinking of God at this point. We gotta be critical thinkers, and we gotta call BS out when we see it. Get past all through the BS, man. What's your real intentions, man? Is you trying to get the Nation of Islam, members of the Nation of Islam, hurt? What's up? What are you trying to do? What is your purpose for doing this? See, this is serious, man. But the process of the resurrection of the dead is even more serious. That's even more important. And we have to dedicate more time for that because people are trying to distract us from that. For real. I mean, we can have a discussion with other people about these things. But after that, do we continue to harp on the same things over and over? Do I disrespect your family, your friends, your organization, your master teacher because I don't agree with you? Is that what civilized people do? Huh? I disrespect you because I don't agree with you? See, and what people got to understand, what happened in the Nation of Islam stays in the Nation of Islam. If you ain't in the nation or have never been in the nation, then what happened with certain individuals in the nation has nothing to do with you. You don't go to the Catholic Church and tell the cardinal how he should conduct himself in the church, or a synagogue how Jews should conduct themselves, or Christian church or how a preacher should conduct. You don't do that. So why y'all try to do that to the Nation of Islam? See, I don't understand that. See, everyone has something to offer. Listen, everyone has something to offer about the Nation of Islam, but have nothing to offer people that can better their lives. How is talking about the Nation of Islam gonna fix your credit? How is talking about the Nation of Islam gonna help you get employed? How is talking about the Nation of Islam gonna help you start a business? How is the Nation of Islam gonna help you to be a better father to your children, be a better husband to your wife, to be a better citizen of your community, your country, your nation? How is talking about the Nation of Islam is going to accomplish any of this? How is talking about the Nation of Islam going to help you grow fruits and vegetables? Make a passive income. You know what I'm saying? A residual income. You know what I'm saying? Get your 401k, your insurance. How is talking about any of this? our doctrine. How is that going to get y'all anywhere if y'all don't believe in the doctrine? If you don't believe in the Nation of Islam, how is talking about it for hours going to help the human condition? See, so you ain't hurting the Nation of Islam, because the ranks of the nation is continuously swelling. They are continuously growing. So you ain't hurting the nation, you hurting yourself. Because you think you are hurting your brothers, but I'm you and you me. So you really hurting self. You ain't hurting me. You ain't hurting the minister. The minister don't even watch none of y'all videos. You can't possibly be hurting Minister Farrakhan. He ain't sitting up every day like this, doing it. We do that. This our generation. The minister he ain't doing it. You ain't hurting the members of the Nation of Islam. You know, but the sad part is we see y'all acting like clowns, pay-per-view pimps. We see y'all acting like clowns, and you know, we have it in us to want to have this dialogue with you and conversation with you, because you know it is crazy how people can jump up on the platform and so easily talk about people that they don't know, they have never even met, never had a real conversation with them, never got to know an individual. See, we acting like thugs, spiritual gangbangers. See, gangbangers, when they go and do a drive-by and bust on other black men and women, these are people that they don't really even know. Rarely do they know these individuals that they got personal beef with. Rarely it's a personal situation. Rarely it's a personal beef. Okay, man, I know this individual. I know his first name. I know his family. I know. Rarely it's that. See, and a lot of these pay-per-view pimps are doing the same exact thing. So what we attempt to do as the brothers, because that's what everybody calls us and refer to us as the brothers, we like to reach out as brothers and say, man, here, get to know me before you speak up on me. See, we extend that olive branch. And you can tell that these aren't sincere individuals because they don't accept the olive branch. They don't accept it. They feel that because they have lied so much, they're at a point of no return. They are at a point that, man, if I accept the olive branch from this brother, if I stop my onslaught of lies and criticism, that many of my followers and subscribers would leave me to go follow them. And they would know that I have been lying the whole time. I have been lying the whole time. So no, I'm not going to even allow any of them to come on my platform or to have a one-on-one conversation with me. This is the mentality. They don't even want to directly talk to us. And if they do, it's on their terms. It's not on a mutual level. See? Because they know that when people hear their side and then when they hear our side, people are going to choose the clean glass versus the dirty glass. I'm talking about these pay-per-view pimps, the PPVPs, pay-per-view pimps. You understand what I'm saying? You know, pimping their subscribers and their viewers for views, pimping them. They throw anything. They throw brothers' names in the titles with crazy looking thumbnails just to attract ignorant fools. Because many of them, many of them, man, ignorant as hell. I mean, like some of the comments, bro, I just be like, wow. Wow. I mean, they are being thoroughly indoctrinated and programmed. Thoroughly indoctrinated and programmed. I'm like, some of the stuff that I read is unbelievable. Some of the stuff that I hear is unbelievable. A sister called in on one of the shows and said, and was talking about me, about, you know, the interview I did with Brother Reason. And this woman is on the video speaking for me, right? When, you know, when me and Brother Reason was talking about how all of the brothers went down to the LAPD headquarters with Snoop Dogg, the Game Problem, you know, and she just jumped on a platform and just lied on me, just speaking for me. And I'm like, you know, and I'm like, well, then let me call in, you know. Dude who was talking is afraid to be confronted by somebody who is actually in that circle. Somebody who knows what is what and who is who. See, they don't want to be confronted. They don't want what they're saying to be challenged. They don't want their claims to be challenged by real members of the Nation of Islam, real students of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. They do not want to be challenged. So these are considered conspiracy theorists, aka pay-per-view pimps. They pimping. These brothers and sisters are being used and abused. And I'm noticing how these viewers and subscribers to certain individuals are being verbally abused, man, and being ill-treated, being mistreated by these people that they claim to follow, man. That's unbelievable. And we'll defend them, and we'll defend them. And they are being misused and abused by them. I mean, talking to them crazy, taking all their money. I'm like, wow. I'm like, man. Y'all need to choose the nation, man, because you ain't got to worry with that type of treatment from members of the Nation of Islam. Shit, we love our subscribers and our viewers, man. Y'all are brothers and sisters, man. We love. Why would we treat y'all bad? I don't get that. Why would we treat y'all bad? Y'all our biggest supporters. Y'all gonna help us go out and get the dead. Help raise and resurrect the dead. I know I got many brothers and sisters out here who's gonna help spread the word, spread the message. Who gonna spread Islam? Who gonna spread the truth? Whether if you a Muslim or not, in the chat rooms. You gonna get the utmost love and respect from Malcolm Flex TV. And I would never just hang up the phone on brothers and sisters who support me. I would never allow brothers and sisters in the chat room to get blocked for asking questions. Unless you trolling and you just playing games. But if you sincere, I will have brothers and sisters unblock you. I've done it before. I'm seeing them hold mock classes, fake classes, and block people for getting answers wrong, man, for asking questions. People that sincerely want to know the truth. I'm seeing them being disrespected. Come on, man. We gotta be better, man. We gotta know when we are a part of an unhealthy relationship. Because that type of stuff is unhealthy, man. That type of stuff is unhealthy, man. It's all about proper handling of the people, man. These pay-per-view pimps are savages, man. These individuals are savage, man. I'm sorry, man. We are doing the best we can as members in the Nation of Islam, you know, and by the way we are handling and deal with these individuals. But these individuals are savage, man. You know, and I wanna read a quote from a brother who was a part of one of these chats, who was riding with one of these dudes. I wanna read what this brother commented on my video. Cause the brother had watched the video and it changed his perspective. See, because he was dogging one of our brothers. He was dogging one of our brothers until this brother heard our brother speak for the first time and changed his perspective. And this is why we do what we do. And this is why we do it the way we do it. This brother name is Brother Joseph McKnight. I got a lot of respect and love for this brother based on what he wrote us. He said, Brother Reza Islam, I commend you, brother. I'm not going to lie. I repeat, was a member of blank blank live chat. I ain't going to say no names. He said, I repeat, I was a member of blank blank's live chat. I never commented about you, bro. I listened to this dumb brother talk about you, and I admit when he said you had something to do with Brother Nipsey's death, I thought you were guilty. But after I listened to your response, oh God. He said that like he was shocked. But after I listened to your response, God, I want the peace that you had. Because he's the agent, he's the liar, the son of Yaqub, the father of lies. I saw how he talked to his subscribers, and I said, I'll never comment on this fool's platform so he can talk down on me. Brother, I've heard you speak once. You necessitated in your response. I now believe you are righteous, brother. I love you already. Keep it moving. He's a joke. The Bible says, let another man lift you, not yourself. I see truth in you. Wow. I'm almost speechless. From the city of Chicago, we love Brother Reza Islam, a true soldier. That other dude, he's a clown. That's the brother's exact words. That's the brother's exact words. Brother Danubian, I see you asking, but I ain't gonna, sister, I'm not gonna say any names. I'm not gonna say any names on this platform. But that is a testimony of the magnetism of a Muslim who is being his natural self and is being upright at a 90-degree perpendicular, who is being his righteous natural self, not going down into the mud like some of our savage brothers and sisters, using all manners of foul language, not being disrespectful, not lying, not creating strawman arguments, not coming up with conspiracy theories, just being your natural black self, the way Allah made you. And that's why we did that interview the other day, last week. That's why we did that interview, because people who are in the community seeing the rise of the Nation of Islam being made public and mainstream again, and they have taken every little opportunity to pounce on members of the Nation of Islam, to pounce on us. You understand what I'm saying? This is what's taking place. And this is why we got to stay focused. Because by us staying focused will secure the victory. We'll secure that victory lap. By us staying focused and driving harder, going harder in the pain, into saving our people. All praise due to Allah, brother Andre Williams there. Where you get your t-shirt from, brother? Yes. Yes. They mad. They're getting frustrated. And watch when the DVD come out, when the documentary come out, excuse me. Watch when the documentary come out. See, we ain't gonna use this documentary to attack an individual or a group. We done with that. See, they are not getting that kind of shine no more. Praise be to Allah. They're no longer getting that kind of shine. See, this documentary, this Malcolm X documentary is, well, what we gonna do is reclaim Malcolm X. We ain't going in this with the intentions to clap back at anybody. See, because if we going in it with the intentions to clap back at somebody, we going in it with the wrong intentions. We are moving out on emotions. So we ain't going in it with that type of spirit. We going into this documentary to reclaim Malcolm X in that narrative. That's why we going in to the whole Malcolm X, because this Malcolm X situation is bigger than these individuals. It is more to this Malcolm X situation that these individuals can offer. They don't know enough about Malcolm X to speak on Malcolm X and be qualified to speak on Malcolm X or Khalid Abdul Muhammad. This is a fact. So we're not going into that with that spirit. Family, we're not going into it with that spirit. We ain't giving them that platform no more. We ain't feeding the gremlins no more. We ain't feeding the gremlins no more. We ain't gonna feed you. I don't give a damn what they talking about. Because none of them are men enough to stand up to the brothers. None of them ain't man enough to stand up to any of us. And then the ones that want to dialogue with us, want to dialogue about BS, want to talk about some foolishness, want to talk about milk. If you feel milk ain't good for you, don't drink it. Yes, we still can hurl truth and falsehood. Yes, all day long. But we ain't gotta drop no names. We ain't dropping no names. Well, yeah, we can hurl truth and falsehood all day long. Yes, sir. Because that's what's gonna help brothers and sisters to wake up and want to join the Nation of Islam. So it's nothing wrong with hurling truth. There's nothing wrong with hurling truth. But but the way we hurl truth, see, at first we was just throwing fastballs. We were just moving out. Just because off the emotion, we was throwing fastballs. Now we about to throw some sliders. We about to throw some curveballs. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna switch up, we're gonna switch it up. Because I don't want to empower these Negroes. I don't want to get them no juice. I don't want to send them no followers. See what I mean? I ain't giving them that. And that's what they want. We in the time they want you to say their names. Yeah, say my name. Say my name. We know who you talking about. Say my name. No, we ain't saying your name, chump. As a matter of fact, use a pay-per-view pimp. That's your name. One of the pay-per-view pimps. Pimping our damn people. Deceiving our people, man. Because our people are easily led in the right. Our people are easily led in the wrong direction, hard to lead in the right direction. And they are taking advantage of that. You are taking advantage of our people. And it's thousands of them, man, that y'all taking advantage of. It's thousands of them, man, that they're taking advantage of. And then they take, right? They take. All the money and stuff they taking, but they give nothing back to their supporters, to their subscribers, to their viewers. They give nothing back. But July 28th, we doing a cash giveaway, and it's going to be a trivia. Name that lecture by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan with our mystery guest. I won't name who it is at this time, but stay tuned for the cash giveaway. See, we're gonna get back on this platform. And I'm not wealthy, I ain't rich. I just do what I can. And I have a supporter. Brother Josh Mason is another brother who's a supporter and a sponsor of Malcolm Flex TV. So give that brother some major love. I love that brother. You know, so we gotta stop being hoodwinked, bamboozled, and led astray, and following these false leaders, man. These false leaders, because they have nothing to offer. They don't give back to their people anything material, and they don't give back anything spiritual. They don't give you no real food for thought to help you grow spiritually. Because after I leave one of these live videos, I didn't get anything out of that. I didn't learn nothing. So damn, I know if I'm not learning anything, I know y'all not learning nothing. You know, I mean, and I love to learn. I never stop learning. Every day I'm studying some, researching something, trying to learn something. I never get tired of learning. But when I watch these people on their platforms, I'm not learning anything. I like to be taught. I'm a student. Even if you ain't my master teacher, if you are willing to teach something of substance, I'm willing to listen, whether if I agree with it or not. I will go and do my own research to find out if it's true or not. I don't need you to tell me if it's true or not. Just give me the bibliography, give me the receipts, whatever. I'll go look it up myself. That's what a student does. That's what a researcher does. But they give us nothing to work with. but conspiracies. You know, and many of them, the pay-per-view pimps, need to be sued for slander. That's right. Many of them need to be sued for slander. You know, because we can only do that to one another. These dudes, these pay-per-view pimps, don't have the melons to say what they are saying about the enemy, about the mayonnaise man. They don't have the melons to do that to them. Peace to my brother Ben X. I called you earlier, brother, so just if you can hit me back. Yeah, they don't have the melons to do what they do to the enemy. That's why the videos are still up, the content is still up, the channel's still up. Not that I necessarily want all the stuff they get taken down, but you can tell a tree by the fruit that it bears. They are not under assault from the real enemy. All praises due to Allah, brother. I'm glad you had a safe trip, beloved. They are not under assault from the real enemy. Here, brother Ben X is in the chat room. They took the brother's whole channel. They terminated his whole channel for what? For what? The brother had over 140,000 subscribers, reaching all kind of people, man. And the brother speaks nothing but positivity. You can tell a tree by the fruit it bears, man. See, the enemy loves a good smackdown. He loves to see us fighting one another, beefing with one another, killing and murdering one another, lying and cheating one another. See, he gets a kick out of that. The enemy gets a kick out of that, man. See, and members in the Nation of Islam, we want to do the opposite of that. We don't want to engage and indulge in filth, debauchery, and their pissing contests. We don't want to involve ourselves with that. So they call us choir boys, church boys, paper boys. We ain't the same no more. What happened to the FOI? This is what they saying. What happened to the real FOI? We here. We are maturing and we are growing, family. And as we grow, you should grow with us. See, because we are learning, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is teaching us how to skillfully maneuver past our enemies without firing a shot. Without firing a shot. See, who has a leader like that? We ain't talking about taking up arms. That's punk stuff. See, I think it's more punctified for you to be quick to take up arms than us to have the courage and bravery and say, man, we ain't taking up no arms. And we still gonna push a hard line. I think that take more courage. Come on, man. Somebody talk black to me. I'm on my fly Nubian king stuff right now. You know, that takes more bravery than me. That we are making a conscious decision to not take up weapons. You know, because we get that question all the time. We get that question all the time. Why we don't take up weapons? Because Elijah Muhammad said not to. That's why. Minister Farrakhan said not to. That's why. See, the weapon that we have is the weapon of truth. So how is it, because we don't take up weapons, we are able to attract more men and women? and build the ranks up of the Nation of Islam, and we don't take up arms? Why are we doing better than y'all and we don't take up arms? Why are we doing better than y'all and we ain't bashing and beating up other black people? Why are we doing better than y'all and we are putting pressure on the real enemy? Why are we doing better than y'all and we are preaching freedom, justice, and equality? Why are we doing better than y'all and we are teaching Islam? Since they say Islam isn't an African religion. Why are we doing better than everybody else? We have no equals in the community. So we must be relevant. I mean, we gotta be relevant. That we have no equals. We are the only organization in the community, because the Nation of Islam wasn't destroyed necessarily from external forces. The nation was destroyed from internal forces and self-destructed. See, the nation was infiltrated and it self-destructed by internal forces, therefore causing the possibility of a resurrection of a Nation of Islam through the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, through the divine inspiration through Brother Jabril transmitting that information to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. But every other black organization that was destroyed from external forces has not recovered to full strength. Think about that. Many of them have not recovered, but the nation is the only one that has been able to recover. Now, have we been able to recover all of the businesses that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad created? No, we haven't got back to that point. But I vividly remember hearing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teach his followers that his job isn't to necessarily build up businesses, but build up people. So by building us up, we can move out and build businesses. So that's why when you look at brothers like Brother Ben X, that brother is working on building up businesses, building up enterprises and corporations. We got to take notes and follow this brother's example and many other brothers and sisters a part of the nation who are starting businesses. Because when our Honorable Elijah Muhammad was among us, even during the time of Brother Malcolm X, Minister Malcolm, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad focused on the business aspect of the Nation of Islam, while Malcolm focused on the spiritual. That's how Malcolm was able to raise up so many people and create so many temples in the nation at that time. And then after brother made his transition, then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad can still focus on the business aspect of the Nation of Islam, and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan focus on the spiritual aspects of the Nation of Islam. And that's how the nation was able to thrive so much. That's how it was able to thrive. So as the minister focused on the business, we got to focus on the spiritual. We got to work on us. We got to work on us and build us up in the likeness of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, in the image and likeness of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Ain't that beautiful? This is why we have to stay focused. in the message to the black man teaches that 4, 5 to 6 believers need to come together and start a business. Let's start nation building. Let's start using our skills and our talents, come together and collaborate on ideas that can generate revenue, and to be able to hire brothers and sisters within the nation and give them jobs, brothers and sisters within the community and give them jobs, give them work. See, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We ain't got to reinvent the wheel. We ain't got to be selfish and keep it all for ourselves. No, that's not how they did it prior to 75. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that we gotta remain focused on the task at hand. During the process of resurrection, our people is our focus. Let's continue to hurl truth and falsehoods without name dropping, without insults, right? And let's walk our posts in a perfect manner, being a reflection of Almighty God Allah, who came to us in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, and raising up one from among us, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. We must reflect ourselves in the image and likeness of them, not in appearance, but in deeds and actions, in thoughts, deeds, and actions. Our thoughts, deeds, and actions must reflect our master teachers. Our thoughts, deeds, and actions must reflect our God Allah. See, it was a science that he gave to us when he said likeness attracts and opposites repel. I mean, opposites attract and likeness repel. Pardon me. Correction. You know what I mean? So we definitely continuously have to be the clean glass. We got to be the clean glass, and we got to promote the message and support the message, man. You know what I'm saying? Support the Final Call newspaper. Get your Final Call newspaper. Fruit. If you listen, get your Final Call newspaper. Because that is the tool to assist us in the #1 program, which is the resurrection of the dead. So we got to have our tools on us. And what I want to do to the brothers and sisters who are not in the nation, who would like to subscribe to the Final Call newspaper, what I'm going to do is start doing subscriptions to the paper, and you can get your subscription of the Final Call newspaper through your brother Malcolm Flex TV. Yeah, man, I'm you know, I'm glad we back though. I'm glad we back. Islam, brother Andre. Islam to you, brother. I'm glad we back, man. You know, I wish I could take some callers, you know, speak to my people. Yeah, man. I'm not feeding the gremlins no more. I'm gonna continue to hurl truth and falsehood. But best believe I'm not gonna be putting y'all in my titles. None of that, man. As far as I'm concerned, y'all the ones that's getting my channel flagged. As far as I'm concerned. Peace, Spark Divine. Thank you for tuning in. You know, and we got a lot of good content, man, that's coming. We got some good content that's coming. I got some great ideas and some brothers and sisters that I want to bring on the platform, because a lot of people do ask, you know, are there Mexicans in the nation, Asians, Native Americans in the Nation of Islam? So I want to get some brothers and sisters from different persuasions that are a part of the Nation of Islam who would like to get on my platform on Malcolm Flex TV. You know, I need to reach out to certain brothers and sisters. I got one sister, her name is Sister Mecca. She said that she's willing to come on. Believe she's Native American. I got Brother Juan Muhammad and Brother Ali Rashid Muhammad. These brothers are also willing to jump on the platform. So I want to get different perspectives of brothers and sisters who are members in the Nation of Islam. You know, I think that'd be dope. Brother Ronald Haskins, I'm not sure if you're asking me that question. Are you referring your question to me? Yeah. Yeah, if you got any questions, feel free to ask any questions as well. But yeah, we not giving them no shine. We ain't giving them no shine. They don't deserve it. Okay, Sister Yara, if you like to come on the platform, we can bring you on the platform. I think I have your email. You have to let me go back and find your email, and we'll set something up. Cause I want to get you on the platform. Okay, that question was for me. The brother asks, what made you decide to join the Nation of Islam in this era of distraction? Well, what brought me to the Nation of Islam was the ability to answer most of my questions in life. Okay, because I'm a spiritual brother. I'm highly spiritual. You know, and I've had personal experiences in my life as a young man that was so profound that although I didn't necessarily consider myself a part of any religion per se, I grew up a Christian, was raised in a Christian church, but I had certain experiences in my life that I knew that there was a God. I knew that there was a God or a higher power that had been involved in my life. Based on my experiences. And so I was on a journey for truth and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because I was having things happen to me that I couldn't explain and I didn't understand. So the nation was able to put certain questions to rest because they were answered. You know what I mean? And help me understand what my mission and my purpose was. See, I always Okay, but if I share my story, I don't want y'all thinking I'm being spooky and I'm making myself something that I'm not trying to make myself. And I don't want to. I won't tell y'all my story because well, I mean, I probably would share my story with you, but I'm not. I don't want to make anybody envious or jealous. I don't want to make anybody think that I'm trying to be something other than who I am. Because you got so many people out here to claim to be this, claim to be that, and I don't share this stuff with just anybody because we think so little. See, and me, I'm not an egotistical maniac. I'm not an egomaniac. I strive to be humble. I'm not perfect, but I strive to be humble. But I will share my personal experiences with y'all. Family, listen to what I'm saying. This is not what I'm gonna share with you is not no conspiracy theories. This ain't no stuff that your brother made up. Everything that I'm finna share is real life. And I've never shared this with y'all before purposely, okay? Because I don't want nobody thinking other than what you see. I mean, I'm more to what you just see. We all are more than just a physical form, but I never shared this because people can take what you say and use it against you when you know the intentions on why you would say what you were saying. But hold on one second. Let me put this charger on the laptop. Okay, fam. So just do me a favor. If you want to hear this my story, then just press 1 in the chat right now and I'll start. Let me see the ones. Okay. All right. We'll get started. All right. When I was a young teenager, when I was probably about 14, 15 years old. Okay. Now, before I begin, understand I believe in visions and prophecy. I believe in dreams. Okay. And I have dreams every now and then that actually comes true and takes place in real life. Okay. And my very first experience, I was a young man, probably about 13, 14, maybe 15. I was at my grandmother's house. I used to live in my grandmother's house. We live in LA. And I was asleep and I was dreaming. And in the dream, I was hanging outside of my grandmother's house with some friends, some relatives, and a car drove up with some black men inside of the car, and they drew their weapons on us and they began shooting at us in the dream. So in the dream, I thought, that I got shot and I died in the dream. So I woke up paranoid. I was scared. I was sweating. And I'm like, man, that felt real. So every day when I go outside to hang out with the homies, I would be nervous because the dream felt so real. I felt that, you know, some just didn't feel right. Some felt strange. Like that was really going to happen. So months later, I somewhat forgot about the dream, and I was hanging out in front of my grandmother's house, just like the dream, with a friend and a relative, and a car drove up. Now this is in real life. A car drove up just exactly like the dream, and a guy in the passenger seat stuck his arm out the window, right? And aimed his gun at me, like the movie scene in Baby Boy when Snoop Dogg drove up on Tyrese, and he stuck his arm out the window with the gun and started shooting at Tyrese. The same exact scene, but it's the same exact scene from my dream, right? So the guy stuck his arm out and told me, he said, "Jungle's blood," because this is the name of the gang that was shooting at us, right? So he said Jungles, and he began shooting at us. They began shooting at us. So I unconsciously, I didn't even know what I did, but I dove in the grass, and while I had my head down in the grass, and I can hear the bullets whispering past my head, and I blanked out. I thought I died, right? And I woke back up. I came back to consciousness, and I realized I was still alive, right? And after they shot at us, they shot my female cousin, but my friend who was with us, Darren, he got away. So after, the paramedics took my cousin away and the police left, I was in the bedroom talking to Darren, and I told Darren, man, I said, man, I had a dream about this before this took place, right? And he broke down crying because he believed me that I had a dream about this. So I thought that was very strange that I would have a dream about being shot at before I was actually shot at. So I'm like, dang, man, like, was God trying to give me a message? Was he trying to warn me? You know what I'm saying? What was that? No, it wasn't deja vu. That was a dream, family, that actually took place. But that was the very first one. Now I'm going to continue because that was the first one. Right? This isn't deja vu. These are dreams or visions, right? Now, my second experience, I'm going through these experiences with y'all because I'm trying to get y'all to understand like why I am the way I am now, why I joined the nation. So the second experience, I'm in my room again. This time I'm asleep, right? I'm in my room, sleep, and I'm dreaming that I'm in my room, laying in my bed, right? I'm literally in my room, sleep, but I'm having a dream that I'm in my room, laying in my bed. And I hear a knock at the door. I hear a knock at the door, right? In the dream. I get up and open the door, and when I open the door, it's Jesus standing at my door. So in the dream, I jumped back on the bed and I woke up frightened. I was afraid. I was scared. I'm like, man, I just had a dream of Jesus standing at my bedroom door. I'm like, oh man, like I'm nervous. My heart is pumping fast. I'm like, man, is he standing at my door right now? Like that's how frightened I was by seeing this image. So like a couple months later, I get into some trouble, and I'm in juvenile hall at the time. And I got into some trouble as a teenager. I'm a young teenager, like 15, 16. And Yar Muhammad said, what did he look like? Sister, his It's weird. Okay, it's weird because he had like a holy type of aura about him to where it's like soon as I saw him, like, I mean, he was beautiful, and it was just like he was so holy that it scared the hell out of me. I'm like, is it time? Like, is it judgment day or something? It scared the hell out of me, right? So I went to juvenile hall, right? Because I got into some trouble. I'm still a young teenager. And I asked the chaplain, because I was still, that was a vision that I had in the back of my mind that I didn't understand. I needed some clarity. I needed some understanding. And I asked this chaplain, this Christian chaplain, and I said, you know, have you ever heard anybody of having a dream about Jesus? And he said, no. And he asked me, he said, describe the dream for me. So I described the dream and what happened to me. And he said, have you ever read the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 20? And I said, no. You know, I've never read that, although my grandmother, she's a Baptist minister, but I'm not into the Bible. You know, I'm a young man. You know, I'm not into the church. So I'm like, no, I've never read it. So he was like, well, he read it to me. He was like, in the scripture, it says, behold, I stand at the door and knock, and whosoever shall answer, I shall come in to him and dine with him. Okay, I'll repeat that. It said, behold, I stand at the door and knock, and whosoever answer, I shall come into him and dine with him. Right? So I'm just at this point, family, I'm blown away. I'm completely blown away. I'm saying, why am I continuously having these dreams? And why would I be dreaming about Bible verses that I've never read? So I'm like, man, somebody's got to be talking to me right now. Somebody's got to be trying to communicate with me, reach out to me. I don't know what's going on. Right? Now I had many more dreams that have come true, but this last one that I'm gonna quickly describe is the main one. It was the main vision that made me start searching on my spiritual journey. Right? Now look, listen. Now this third dream, I'm back in my room again. For some reason, in most of these dreams, I'm ending up in my room at my grandmother's old apartment. Pardon me. So I'm back in my dream. I'm in the dream. It's like some Nightmare on Elm Street type stuff. I'm back in the dream. I'm in my room. Now I walk outside of my room and I'm walking through the hallway and I walk into the kitchen. And when I make the left turn walking into the kitchen, I see that same form and that same image of that Jesus that was standing at my door in the first dream. And it frightened me again so much that his appearance was so holy and dignified that it scared the hell out of me. And I woke up again. It was just so, he was so beautiful that I couldn't just sit there for any longer and just behold and just observe what I was looking at. Right? I couldn't just deal with that, right? It would frighten the hell out of me and I would wake up and I'll be like, man, you know, again, this happened again. So I'm like, man, this is too much, right? So now, one day, I'm awake now. I'm not dreaming. I'm awake. And I'm leaving the friend house. I'm leaving the friend's house. I hope y'all listening and y'all sticking with me. I'm leaving the friend's house, and he lives, you know, across the street. Well, around the corner. So I leave a friend's house and I walk through the back entrance of our house, and I go through the back door, and I walk through the den and I'm going through my grandmother's kitchen. I'm going through my grandmother's kitchen, and I'm headed to my bedroom. Okay, I'm headed to my bedroom, and there was a white boy who was living with us at the time in my grandmother's house, because he was fixing a house, and my grandmother allowed him to live there, and he was fixing the house as rent. His name was Randy. So Randy is coming from the direction from where my bedroom is, towards the kitchen into the den. I'm coming from the back door through the den into the kitchen toward my bedroom. So he's coming from the direction that I was coming from in my dream. The same direction that I was coming from in the dream, he's coming from the same direction, walking into the kitchen. I'm walking through the kitchen, going towards my bedroom. And when he met me in the kitchen and he saw me, he freaked out. And his reaction was like this. It was, "Oh, Alfonso." Right? He was like, "Oh, Alfonso." He freaked out when he saw me. And it shocked me, because I'm like, "Randy, you good? You all right?" And Randy said, "Alfonso, you scare me." I said, I'm like, "How?" He said, "Because I thought you were Jesus." So I'm like, wait. This man said that he thought I was Jesus just now, and it scared the hell out of him. And it reminded me of the dreams, the last dream that I had. Right? And I just didn't know how to take that. I didn't know what that meant. So because of those experiences, and I had other visions and other experiences after that, but I wanted to focus on those particular ones because they led my spiritual journey, and I knew that there was a higher power than myself that was communicating with me. And I'm not saying this to be spooky. I'm not saying this to make myself other than who I am and what Allah created me to be, or to make myself seem like I'm better than anybody. I'm not saying none of that. I'm sharing y'all why this started my spiritual journey. So when I began listening to the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I heard the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teach about the 4 Jesuses, and he said that the people, Allah's people, are also Jesus. See, he said the people are Jesus as well. And that's where the light clicked for me. That's where I began to get understanding that when I was reading in the Bible or the Holy Quran, I was reading about myself. You who are the viewers and listeners, you are Jesus as well. See, he is standing at the door and he is knocking for us to let him in. And whosoever shall let him in, he will come into him or her, and he will dine with him or her. See, and that's the message. That's what I got from those visions, that we all have that same capability. We are the Christ. We are the Jesus. We are the Messiahs. The minister is the number one Messiah. The messenger is the number one Christ, and Allah, who came in the person, is God, the supreme God among us, the supreme Allah among us. But because they are that, we are also reflections of that. Because they are that, greater work shall ye do. See? And that's, so I mean, I hope y'all were able to take something from that, because this is the first time that I ever shared that on this platform. And Allah put it on my heart to share it with you all, because you asked. You all wanted to know, so I'm just gonna be honest with you that this really happened to me. This isn't nothing made up. This is nothing to trying to create myself. This stuff really happened to me, and I can't explain it, and I can't make it happen again if I wanted to. This isn't anything that somebody can well, yeah, we can create anything, but on a daily average, who says that they had a dream about Jesus? Who dreams of a Jesus? You know what I mean? So I personally believe that Allah, it's weird, man, but I personally believe that Allah was allowing me to see the future me in some respects. If you understand what I'm saying, He was allowing me to see my true potential. He was allowing me to see Nation of Islam, Malcolm X. You know what I mean? He was allowing me to see what I was going to be in the future. Because I never in a million years thought I would be where I am today, who I am today. I could never believe in my life that I would be who I am today. So I know that Allah is God, and Muhammad is His messenger, and Farrakhan is His minister. And the crazy part about it is, I'm a brother who have no Muslims in my family. I am the only Muslim in my family. So I was as far as away of from Islam that the East is from the West. I had no encounters with Islam prior to meeting Brother Juan Muhammad. None. So and I believe Allah preserved my life as a teenager, because I have many homeboys that I grew up with died at early ages for being in the streets of Los Angeles, doing life sentences. So I believe Allah preserved my life to be one of His chosen to participate in the process of the resurrection of the dead. We are the 10,000 fearless. We are the Joshua generation. We are the holy ones that the book of Enoch prophesied about, and many other biblical scriptures are prophesying about. I sincerely believe this, and not to say it in any type of self-righteous manner or position. to make us better than anybody else. I'm not doing that. But I believe that Allah raised up certain brothers and sisters for this day and age. And that's why when brother asked me, you know, why did I choose to join the Nation of Islam during this era of distraction? Because it was prophesied to happen. It was prophesied that we are here today doing what we are doing. It is prophesied that we have the opposition that we have against us. We are being divinely guided by Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad and the exalted Christ, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who the minister said is now Mahdi. And the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the Messiah in our midst. All praises is due to Allah. And I believe, listen to me carefully, because I said this on a video and ain't nobody really paid attention to what I said, but now we're live, I'm going to say it again. Because I said it on a podcast months, probably about a month before the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan revealed his identity as Savior's Day. When those Jewish rabbis gave him that chalice and plate and that golden plate, I said this a month prior. I got a video on my channel. You can go and see the recording of the podcast. That I said that I believe that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan was the Messiah who would take us back to the East and reclaim our home in the East. Why? Because the Jewish prophecy, they believe that the real Jews, the real chosen of God, cannot go back to the Holy Land, cannot go back to that part of the world unless they have the Messiah with them. And I said in the recording that I believe that the minister is that Messiah who would take us on his shoulders, take us upon his shoulders across and take us across safely. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said through you, he would save all his people. And he would take us across safely on his shoulders. And I was one of the brothers who said that I believe that the minister is that Messiah who's going to take us back over there. And if you heard the minister's message, his Ramadan message, it's on YouTube. If you heard the minister's Ramadan message, he said that he planned on going back over there with 10,000 brothers and sisters. All praises due to Allah, you know, and these things are unfolding right before our eyes, man. And that's the beautiful thing about it, that our ancestors, the wise scientists, wrote this stuff in advance, man. They wrote this stuff in advance, and we are walking into it. So it don't even matter who agree and who don't agree with the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because it ain't meant for them to agree. Because it ain't for them. That's why they are not qualified to criticize it. This is wise information that came from the East by wise men and women. because the root of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is at the root of civilization. And many of us ain't even been to the East. We dealing with Western, Occidental, pseudo sciences. We don't even understand the Oriental and African sciences and how our ancestors operate. You know, all praises due to Allah. We all got testimonies. And if we all shared our testimonies with one another, man, we will be shocked and amazed how all of us came to the Nation of Islam or had an encounter with members of the Nation of Islam. We would all be shocked. A Mexican brother brought me to the Nation of Islam. We would all be shocked. All praises due to Allah, family. But yeah, this is your brother Malcolm. I'm not gonna hold you all. I didn't even expect to go that long, but you know, y'all wanted me to share my experiences, man, and I thank you for not judging you, brother, because you know it's hard for me to share that type of stuff with people because the way we think, you know, and I have no reason. I have no reason to lie about my experiences because they are my experiences, you know, and I claim them proudly because I'm a product of my experiences. So I thank you all for joining your brother, but I want to encourage us to stay focused. I want to encourage us to stay positive. I want to encourage us to continue to do the work. Okay? Because faith without work is dead, so we got to work. You know, and I just thank you all for being supporters of your brother Malcolm Flex TV. And we got a lot of great content on the way. A lot of great content. And if you don't have my email, take my email down. And if you got any suggestions, you know what I mean? We will do videos on request. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. So if you got any content that you would like to build on, that you would like to come on the platform, email me. Email me, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and we can definitely put the truth out, put the messages out, but we just got to be wise and skillful in how we put the message out because my YouTube channel is being monitored, you know, and certain people is attacking my content. So thank you, beautiful family, brothers and sisters. Yeah, y'all don't even understand how much I appreciate y'all and love y'all. And we gonna get back to you another time. This is your brother Malcolm Flex TV. Peace and assalamu alaikum.